Old Jonsered. Oh, come on, focus. Jonsered 625. Oops. Pretty good. Coil's good. Good spark there. It's the old Jonsered 625 2 version. I'm just doing a pressure and vac test on it. Yeah, looks like she's holding pressure pretty good here. I just soaped her down as well to see if there was going to be any bubbles anywhere. I just cut some aluminum plates and used some old bike inner tubes, so these don't always seal perfect, but looks like even the impulse line's good on her, so she's still holding pretty much 7 psi there. I'll try and get her to focus. So yeah, and we'll try and hit her up with vac test. Okay, see you in a minute. Okay, and now we're doing the vac test. So this is 7 inches of mercury. It's the common number you go with. Basically what that does is if you were finding that you're holding pressure but not vacuum, often it's an indication of your crank seals are leaking, but this one seems to be good, so yeah, I think we're good, man. Okay, so next step on this 625 too is just to pull the cylinder. Haven't done that yet. I know it had about 135 psi compression. I should actually check the squish. I did one before that base gasket delete, and it had about 25 thou clearance, so it was perfect without the base gasket, and it bumped the compression up to about 165 psi. But I just wanted to show one thing here. The way these intake manifold blocks are on these, I'd really strongly suggest removing that in advance of the cylinder, and then when you go to replace the cylinder of your piston, I would actually try and have this stuff pre-assembled, basically maybe even with the carb on there, and just reassembler it all as one piece, and then install these couple bolts later, as well as the other bolt that holds your elbow for the air filter mount on there. I think the less you tweak these guys, the better. So just some thoughts there. Anyway, Samsung FE20 is driving me nuts. This is a replacement one for the other one. Not going to go in a rant here, but they are shit. I had to actually install a aftermarket app on it because the camera didn't work, and this one always pops up with junk. So but anyway, 625 2. Yeah, so I just pulled the cylinder off. I don't know whether or not it's going to focus, but there's nothing in there that you can feel with your fingernail. Everything had a good film oil on it still. Clean her up a little bit more here yet, but this piston, this intake side, a little bit of schmutz, but yeah, it's pretty good. Couple little guys there, and the exhaust side, hopefully she'll focus here for us. There's a couple on there, but again, I think they'll sand off with some fine sandpaper. I got some 800 here. try and clean that up a little bit. And then always go across them horizontally. Basically, you want to ensure that those little horizontal ridges are on it to hold and carry the oil up and down the cylinder. So, yeah. And actually that ring still looks pretty good too, so I'll check the end gap in the cylinder in a minute here, and we'll go from there. I'll throw some numbers up, but basically squish was 35.5 thou. This base gasket's right around 20. I've got some gasket material here that's about 10, so if we switch this one out with the 10 thou base gasket, then that'd give you your 25 thou, which is pretty much optimum. So you should also end up being close to the 160, 165 psi on that one. So we'll see what happens. I might take a few minutes and go over the exhaust port a little bit. These ones seem like there's lots of intake in them already, so there's not really much point in messing around there too much. And yeah, there's that open port style. So okay.